I'm your host, your entertainment goddess, and today we have UpClose, and we just want to elaborate on investments in Africa. Most of the times, the youth are not educated about investments and all the things around it, the low and highs in investment. So we have one handsome, when I say handsome, you know that I want to attach things. One handsome man who is Mr.
My name is Harrison Ahorgba.
Mr. Harrison Ahorgba. He is coming to enlighten us on how investment, how we the youth, we can come in, because now there are a lot of investments in Ghana. Bitcoin, and people are investing there. People are investing in different sort of investments that they don't really get educated on. So today, he will throw light on how we should go about things. Welcome to Golden Ltd.
Thank you so much, and I'm happy I'm here.
Thank you very
Sorry,
much.
I'm running away from
Oh no. Since you are here, we track cross. Thank God.
Yes. You're not looking bad at all.
Oh, thank you to Golden Ltd. For my makeup.
That's fine. That's
Yes.
fine.
So, Mr. Harrison,
Yes.
want to know a little bit about you, married, kids. I knew you were in the banking surface for some time. Now you have diverted to the investment side. So, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
So, like I said, my name is Harrison Ahorgba, and by the grace of God, I'm married. I have a son and 2 daughters.
Okay,
But
nice.
for the stability of the currency, we are thinking of adding another one. But let's see how it goes.
Hey, yo, yeah, sure.
So for issues of background, I grew up at Accra, New Town,
Okay.
a very cosmopolitan area. So if I say cosmopolitan, it means everything was there. It's like the United Nations,
Everything,
hardness, gentleness,
everything.
But the good thing is that you have to choose what makes you what you become.
Yes. To
So
stand out.
growing up was great. I had my primary school in the Bethel Primary School. I finished, and my secondary school was at one of the best schools in Ghana. And I don't want anybody to argue with me. It depends on where you are coming from.
Please mention it.
I went to
see.
Keta Secondary School, Keta School in the Volta region.
Everybody will say their school is the best.
I know. So what happened after Keta School is that I read business. From Keta School, I continued to Accra Polytechnic. Again, I read HND accountancy. Then after Polytechnic, in terms of career, also I've been missing the two. Whilst I was in school, I was still working.
You're still working.
I had my national service in Takwa,
Okay.
the government hospital to be precise. So
Hospital.
yes,
What's
I was at the account department where, the funny thing, my job role, and I hope my friends are not scared, I was in charge of the mortuary. You'll be counting the dead bodies and accounting for them on a weekly basis.
That was the accounting part.
Accounting part of my job in the hospital.
Wow.
Yeah, so like I'm saying, you go there and the first thing you see at the mortuary is that you were once like you.
Wow.
So it means one day you'll be like them.
Wow.
So from the hospital, I had my first exposure to official work at ARB Ignes Bank.
Okay.
So I was transferred to WA. I was in WA for a while. And then I thought of going back to school. So I came down to Accra and I had an opportunity to work with HFC Bank. It is now Republic Bank.
So that was how the banking
thing
surface started.
Yes. So I really just wanted to do banking. But that's what I wanted to do. So from HFC, now Republic Bank, then I went to Central University to do my degree.
Okay.
And then I had my degree again in accounting. Then from there, I joined Fidelity Bank. By the grace of God, I married in 2008 thereabout, and I was transferred again to Takrady. I was in Takrady for close to 4 years, and I came back to Accra again. I joined Beige Capital as the head of banking operations for some time. Then I had a stint with SIC Life Savings Service. Then I came to every bank.
You've been everywhere.
I know, right?
Peace.
So now I ended up at a Universal Bank, only basic bank, up until somewhere this year that I moved to investment banking. So I would say I'm privileged to have enjoyed all the different aspects of the financial industry, rural banking, savings and loans, commercial bank, and now I'm doing investment banking.
So which role has been very challenging? all these places that you have been working, where was very challenging?
So the truth is that banking is a very difficult job. Most of the time when you see bankers, you see them in suits and
you think, oh, it's cozy,
it's not, because every job role is very challenging depending on how you see it. So for instance, I started as a customer service person. So imagine you are opening an account for somebody and the person says that you have not smiled well. That alone can cause you a problem. You get it? So imagine you're also at the teller side where you are paying cash out and you overpay somebody and he goes with the money, you also be in problem. If you are paying somebody and you underpay the person, it will also be a problem. If you are supposed to give credit to somebody and then do the proper due diligence and the person ran away with the bank's money, it's also a problem. So I would say that from my experience, every job role is challenging, but it depends on how you face it.
So as a banker, what were your motivations, inspirations?
So banking is in fact, financial industry, all the job we do is about trust and integrity. So if you don't have that trust and integrity, you can't work in the bank. Because imagine you are broke, you don't have money, and you go to the banking hall, or you are privileged to go to the vault where we keep the money, and you see all this money.
Tempting.
It's tempting.
It's like you've seen some food and like,
you understand. Your
this
favorite
is what
food.
I want.
And then this is something you see every day. So I say that my main motivation was to have a clean book of life on myself, issues of integrity, very professional, so that
a good name is better than riches.
That's what the Bible says. So at the end of the day, that's how come at least I've been called to grant this session with you, so that people will also know the motivation is not about money, it's about how to serve customers, it's about how to show people that things, the funds that they have suffered so hard to get, either selling cocoa, either selling egg, either doing their family, we are able to take care of it for them. So the motivation is customer service.
Thank you. Growing up, if someone is a banker, we see the person to be rich because you guys, in our minds, we are like, oh, bankers, dear Charlie, then get money. How true is that?
Well, like I said, the job or the work of financial service providers is something about trust. So imagine I dress shabbily. I have in Ghana, for instance, we don't allow dreadlocks, a lot of hair. So imagine I look like that and you are bringing me your 50,000 Ghana Cedi. You will not be confident. So we are expected to dress and look professional.
No, but I
get it. You know, that is it. And it's an issue of trust. So it's true that we appear to be rich, but we live as much as possible within the salary that is given to us. Reason why, if anybody does anything fraudulent, you are sacked. You get it. So we have to look good for you to know that your money is safe with us. Because if you are bringing me money and I have my ears pierced up to here, and I have ear pierced on my nose, like I pierced my nose, and I'm wearing some jeans and all those things, it will scare you. You feel like, hey, is my money safe? So the whole idea of we looking nice doesn't mean we are rich. So people will attack us and come. But people think we have money, so they're asking us for personal loan. But one is
that's the same way bankers are also
we are human. We also go to the same market.
Yes.
We take the same Uber, the same boat, the same truck. We buy everything. Gobela is a strong foundation. No, actually a firm foundation. No, God not Gobela. Okay, we know. Can the lady get tell us you were no children? Mogolia can look wash. So the essence of our looking nice is not because we are rich. It's because we want customers to feel comfortable doing business with us.
And so please, the bankers, they are not rich. It's just an how do you say it? Is it?
It's aesthetics.
Okay, sure. So that when you come in, the outward tells you that these are responsible people who can take care of your money, and they won't run away with your money. That's why they are always looking sharp.
Yes.
Doesn't mean their pocket is loaded.
Nobody should attack us.
Please have mercy on them. And please, now let's switch to investment.
Sure.
What's when we talk about investment, what is an investment.
Okay. So it's good. I want to explain this to, let me broaden the discussion. Anytime we talk of investment, people think it is only about money. But let me say that the first and important investment you can do to yourself is to invest in your own self. That is number one. And by investing in your own self, I mean there are so many things you can do.
And so many ways.
Many ways. So if you are an artist, in a gospel musician, you have to rehearse. So you invest. If you are a footballer, you have to go to the field and train. If you are a teacher, you need to read more to teach your kids. So investment in yourself is the first step. Now, having done that, it will bring you some benefits. That benefit usually comes in the form of money, in the form of networking, and in the form of some nice associations. So because you have invested in the sport, somebody will say, oh, come and play for my team and I'll pay you X amount. It is after when the money comes, now you can think of what to do with the money. So now that the money has come, then we call it income. And the income, I'll explain it in three parts. The first one is for some people who work and they get monthly salary. So they know where you paid. Somebody is also a laborer, they get daily wage.
Yes.
But other people too are in the informal sector, the gobe seller, the ice cream guy, the water seller. Good. But if you say income, it means all these type of funds put together. But the last one, which most of us forget, is the papa money that comes. So maybe you're some movement money.
Sharp.
Maybe you are in school now, your uncle is passing by the investing. So, oh, my nephew or my niece is here. They pass by, give you 100. Or you are into an online business, somebody calls you, so I want some Peruvian hair color too. Then you go and get it. So that those monies that come in, when you add it, you'll be surprised. But most of the time, because we do not have plan for those income, we are always renting on our salary. Our cash over in between, we don't take care of it well. So simply say investment is gathering your income and then taking out your expenses, and then the rest that is left you invest. But you know the funny thing, most of us, our expenses are more than the income.
Yes.
And you know why? It is our lifestyle. And I'm sure we'll go further and I'll explain some of the things that we can manage to make us live within our means.
What are some of the types of investments, and why should anyone invest in yours, like where you are now?
So investment is important. Like I said, imagine you want to aspire to be Cristiano Ronaldo. He trains a lot. So you cannot be in the room and suddenly become Cristiano Ronaldo. So the time, the resources, the discipline is very important. So when everybody is sleeping,
He's training.
In fact, I read a story that says that when they are finished training or they finish a match, everybody goes to the room and they are happy and all. He will change after some few hours and come back and train again. But some people are sleeping. So at any point in time, that extra investment to make him better than you. So we have 3 or let's say 4 types of investment depending on the individual. So we have a short term, medium term, and then the long term. But the good news is you have to determine what is short.
Where you want
and you have to determine what is long. Because my long term might be your short term. So that's the mistake others do. So they say that, yes, we are on the same salary.
Oh, yeah, someone will say, oh, you introduced me, which one are you on? I'll love to be on that same
But
scale.
you have to look at your clothes before you sew
cut your coat.
That's it. So that if you're not careful, you follow somebody wrong. So ask yourself, what kind of investment do I want to do? But the most important thing is, we call something an investment objective. What do you want to achieve and at what time? So if you are here, I know you love Mercedes Benz, right?
Oh yeah.
Which one?
For now, yeah.
Anyone will do, right?
It gives me orgasm.
I know, right? Hey, pressure.
Yeah.
So assuming you want to buy a Mercedes Benz, at least you should know the price and the kind of Benz you want. Once you say the price is $50,000, then you ask yourself, hey, my salary is 5,000 Ghana cedis. I have a child. I'll pay my water and light with this. I'll be left with only 1,000 cedis. How long would I save that 1,000 cedis to get the Mercedes Benz? Do you understand?
Yes.
But some of us, you go for the Mercedes Benz first.
Before you come and check your utility
So
bills.
determine your investment objective that will determine which of the investment types that you will do. But the good news is at any point in time you can change. Maybe you are not married, so you want to do a long-term investment. But by the grace of God, in the next year you are married. You can sit with your husband and say, listen, we are going to have a baby. So once you are putting 1,000 cedis in the long term, why don't you put 200 cedis for the child? You get it? So these are discussions you should have, and that's the work we do. We advise people on how to manage their money so that it will be better for them. So investment, medium, short, long term, depends on you. That's it.
And so right now, with you, why should we come and invest with you and your company?
My company.
Yes.
So I thank you. What has happened, you have heard a lot of financial institutions have struggled over the past 3 to 4 years.
People are still going to court.
I know. In fact, people have lost their lives. The first thing I want to tell anybody, in fact, the world listening to us, is that before you invest in any institution, whether Ghana, wherever place, make sure that institution is under regulation.
Okay.
Regulation is that which government authority has the power to discipline that institution should something happen. And I'll give you a small sample. If you come to Ghana, the financial industry, we have banks and savings and loans. They are regulated by Bank of Ghana. When you go to the insurance companies, we have National Insurance Commission. When you come to pensions, we have National Pensions Regulatory Authority. Now when you come to investment banking, then we have Security and Exchange Commission.
Okay.
So the question is, all these types of financial institutions, they do one form of investment or the other. So which one do you want to do? Then when you decide X company, Y company, then you ask yourself, are they under regulation? If yes, then you do your due diligence. So for my company, we are regulated by the Security and Exchange Commission. So it means that what we do as investment is we mobilize funds from people, and we call it mutual fund. I take from you, I take from her, I take from this, we put it together. Then we are experienced, we go to the market and we say, okay, we think when we invest in this place, we'll get a better value and then we can give to you. So we are regulated by Security and Exchange Commission. We also manage pensions. And let me talk briefly about pension. In fact, when we talk of pension, people think you are going to die or you are going to retire. Yes. But that's not the case. In fact, you should start thinking of pension immediately you get your salary. That's what you should ask yourself. Look at what happened during the coronavirus. A lot of our friends have lost their jobs. So imagine you don't have any savings. And this is the time, by the grace of God, we have the strength to work. So start putting something aside for your own pension, especially if you're in the informal sector, where every day at least you see some money. Weekly, daily susu would help. You can't say because the financial industry has collapsed, you can't put anything aside. So yes, I'm confident to say that our company is regulated. We are under strict compliance with the institutions. We manage funds well. We are very experienced. The technology is up, and we are ready to engage anybody who is interested to invest with us.
Yes. What's your take on the youth and investment? Do we really understand it? And are we, some people, they feel like, they are being sweet talked into investment, and at a point when they don't see anything coming out of it, they'll be like, no, I'm done. I don't want to go further with it.
When you started, you spoke about the whole general investment difficulty in Africa. It's true. I don't know what happened, but in our part of the world, we are taught to always eat what we have. So immediately the money comes. That is the issue. So when it comes to the youth, what I would say is that we have to watch our lifestyle. Let me give you this example. Between you and I, we have a seed, a mango seed we want to plant. Both of us plant it here. If today you pour this cup of water around the mango tree, the seed, and you don't pour any water again, for the rest of the life of the mango tree, unless it rains, that's the strength of water it will grow. But I have planted the same thing, but every day
you put some water.
All other things being equal, my plant to be better than yours. And that is how investment is. The second example is, yes, we have all planted, Then you wake up 3 days later and say, my tree is not growing here. I will uproot it and take it there. So that's how we withdraw our money. So for the youth, this is the time. Whether you like it or not, you marry, you have children, you rent.
Other things will set in your
your
mother might die, your father might die.
Before your mother will die, she'll get sick. And when they call you, you yourself, there are calls that, as of now, even though you are not even married, there are calls when they call, you wait for it to cut.
You'll be like,
you understand. So if you are blessed as a youth, you're listening to us, this is the best time to start something. Don't look at your friends. Change and modify your lifestyle. In fact, if you are a youth, modify your life, change, invest. Invest so that when something bad happens. Even it's not necessarily something bad. Things happen.
Things happen.
So, for instance, look at something. Here you are. You will say that your salary is not enough. It is true. No matter how much we pay you, sweetheart, within 2 hours you realize that
expenses
that is the issue. But you have to be very disciplined. And let me give you an example, especially you the ladies. Some of you have more than 25 shoes. How many do you wear? There are some of the shoes when you are wearing, you do like this.
Every Sunday I wear a different one.
Good. That's fine. But at the end of the day, what I'm saying is that you could have, as it were, saved some funds from that. My wife, I pray she's not listening. When she opens her wardrobe, all the dress will pour her chest. Then she'll call me, sweetheart, hold me, then I'll support her. Guess what? In that dress, there are some dresses for the past 4 years she has not worn. She says it's too big.
Oh, it's too small.
But those are funds that we have locked up. Do you understand? So you have to ask yourself, do I need this now? Some of the things I want. In fact, some of the youth now, the phones they are holding, you can buy a land.
Oh, it's true.
But you're always using it for phone call.
Sometimes someone will dash you.
I know, but why won't you sell it? And what, sincerely, we use less than 1% of what the phone can give us. Apart from call, WhatsApp, there's a Facebook. Media. What do? People don't even know how to set calendar. Even alarm graphic. You get it. So you have to modify yourself to think of how to be safer in some few months. And to tell you the truth, some of us buy data every day, 10 cedis. But in the week, that is 50 cedis. In a month, 200 cedis data. So think about it. What are you using it for? If you have an online business, you are selling, you can get value. Awesome. But if it is just for phone call, gossip, have you heard this? And again, the ladies, young girls, every funeral you want to go, and every funeral you sew a new cloth. And the cloth are there, you wear it once, and that's it. Why don't you get a beautiful black lace for all funeral, a beautiful white lace for all celebrations?
2, 3. When you are going, you pick it up.
You know what I'm trying to say? So
nobody is going to see you for.
That is it. So for the youth, in fact, if you want to appear good, people will clap for you. But when you come back home and something happens, either positive or negative, and you cannot come asking people to help you with money. No. So please modify your lifestyle, discipline yourself, and think of the tomorrow.
Okay, thank you very much. We want you to advise us on the career in banking and the need to invest.
That's fine. So my advice is that look at yourself. Everything is driven by passion. Banking might not be what you exactly might want to do. In fact, I know people who did engineering and they are in the bank, people who did biology, they are in the bank, people did some other things that they are in the bank. So if that is what you want to do, look for a mentor, look at the person's career progression and ask yourself. The banking and finance space is very big, very, very big. You can be a customer service specialist, you can be a banking operations specialist, you can be an IT specialist, a credit specialist. It's very big. Look at it and ask yourself, how do I get there? But you have to read and learn. There are a lot of courses online now, and you have to go back to school, improve yourself. And like I said, please take out stealing, take out lies, and take out deceit. Because those things, no, it doesn't help. If you want to work in the financial industry, integrity is very, very, very important. So that's what I would say.
So thank you very much, and I love the advice. Integrity is at stake. I'm sure you've gotten the in-depth about banking, investment. We need to invest as the youth. growing up, a lot of things will happen. Like you're saying, for now, I'm not married. I'll be married. I'll give birth. I want to buy Mercedes Benz, different types, and I need to save, invest for those things, for me to achieve those things. Okay, so you know, people are in the informal sector. Every day they have things to buy, they have things to do, and it's not on budget. What advice should they take on investments too?
So for the informal sector, unfortunately, in fact, the records in Ghana shows that almost about 82% of workers are in the informal sector, and then they are formal. So it means that we call them small, medium enterprise or small, medium institutions. The problem is that most of them don't have basic bookkeeping. So bookkeeping is a typical businessman, maybe a photographer, a cameraman, or a seller. He goes to the market and buy the beans. She will not record how much the plantain or whatever, and then she sells immediately. She knows today I have 2,000 Ghana cedis in my economy. It does not have the idea of putting some money aside. Do you get it? So if you don't do that, and there's the need for you to seek for financial support from a financial institution, it becomes very difficult, because we are going to give you somebody's money. Before we give you the person's money, we should know that you are capable of paying. So we'll ask you, for instance, that from your government business or your restaurant, on daily basis, how many things, how many customers do you serve, and how much comes in? How much do you save? How much do you use for utility, water, lights, bill, and all that? And what is left? But when we ask you, you don't have it. So when you come to the bank or you want a support, it becomes very difficult. That's why people say you go to banks and they don't help you. So whatever you are going to buy, make sure you have records.
Pen and paper.
If you go and do a gig, if you go and do a party and somebody pays you, pay the money into an account first before you withdraw. Then when you go for support, the bank will see that, oh, every month you do at least 300 cedis. So we can give you a loan of 500. So that if you pay the 300, then we can go to 1,000, 1,500, 2,000. You see that thing? But most of them, normal bookkeeping, we don't have it. So
that's one crowd we don't have.
And these things are not difficult. Just get a decent person who can say that, okay, every week I'll record for you.
Yes.
Do you understand? And these things is a relationship thing. It's not everything that we pay. Do you understand? Normal bookkeeping, then you record. When you go to the bank or you need a loan to buy this, they will tell you, okay, we can give you because we see this and we see that. And I said, business is trust and integrity. The banks or whatever institution, savings and loans, they are going to give you somebody's money. So when you have the money, try and pay back so that your next brother or sister can get the money. An investment or savings is not difficult. People want to wait till I have 300, 400. It's difficult. Just do daily. Even if it is 10 cedis a day, a week is 50 cedis.
Yes.
A month is 200. But if you say you will wait till the month end and do 200,
you chop the money.
You get it.
You chop everything.
You get it. So that is the idea. So start small. Gradually build the confidence, and then before you realize, everything will be okay.
And thank you very much.
I'm grateful for the time too.
I've learned so much, and I'm sure the viewers have also gotten an in-depth of knowledge of different investments, short-term, long-term, and medium, right? And so please, if you want to invest, think and know you want to go long, medium, short. And every day, when you want to save money, don't wait up till it's 100, 200 before you put the money into your investment or banking sectors. At least try. You've gotten something small. Go to the banks or go to the investment places. Ask, inquire. Or every day, is there someone who comes for the money? At least I can do 5 CD. I can do 10 CD. It will help. At the end of the day, then you've gotten a lot of money that you never even thought you could save at those moments. Thank you for watching. I want to acknowledge my my sponsors, Brax Fashion Official for my beautiful outfit. You can check her out on Instagram, Brax Fashion Official, or woman_of_class for your beautiful cosmopolitan dresses. I want to say a very big thank you to Caris Wine for sponsoring us. Tattoo by Gray. You can follow Tattoo by Gray on Instagram, tattoo_by_Gray. And Caris Wine, follow him on Facebook, Instagram, Caris Wine, for all your alcoholic drinks, for your parties, your wines, for any form of party. If it is weddings, engagements, birthday parties, name it, just call him and make your orders. And he has this nice wooden cape that he keeps your customized people. If you want to do something for someone, he customize it on a wood cape for you with the alcohol or your choice, your preferred drink in it. And Charlie, yes, so link up with Caris Wine. Thank you guys for watching Up Close with me, Golden Shika Lebene TV, and peace out.